You're a disgrace to the black community, just making us look bad. That's the whole point of being a CIA operative.
Y'all, I'm scared. He found me. Oh, Lord, he didn't found me. Oh, I feel like I've been marked by the beast.
It's me again, international best-selling author Quan Milz.
Quan Milz is what happens when a black man uses autism for evil.
Quan Milz is one of the greatest literary minds of all time.
Quan Milz is maybe the greatest living writer of our time. His storytelling, his raw, unfiltered creativity, his complete disregard for logic or grammar, it all shines through, even in just the titles of his books. For example, we have certified classics like Old Fought Next Door, Pastor Eats Pithe 2, because 1 clearly wasn't enough, This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib, My Baby Mama Is a Loser, and of course, my personal favourite, Pregnant by My Mother's Gay Husband. That is not 2 different books, that is one single book. Pregnant by My Mother's Gay Husband. I don't even know what the fuck that means. With titles like these, how can you not click? I mean, it's like weaponized clickbait. It turned into a career, basically. All jokes aside, this man is absolutely unhinged. And the speed at which he's dropping these books, that's the art of it. While 95% of authors are out here and agonizing over drafts, rewriting for years, hoping to publish something that's maybe over a decade good enough, Quan Milz is over in his NBA Youngboy arc right now. Album after album, book after book, I'd even say masterpiece after masterpiece. So today, I want to dive into the mind of an international best-selling author. His words, not mine. But first, who even is Quan Milz? That's the question I've been asking myself ever since I laid my eyes on his Shakespeare-level work, such as Fotatina Revenge 2, Backseat of the Church Fan. I don't even want to slightly read that. I am not interested. What the why is that number 2? Why is there a installment? Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, meet Quan Milz. Quan Milz is a self-published urban fictions author with the work ethic of a meth-fueled AI. He first made waves around like 2018, I think, when people started screenshotting his book and posting it on like Twitter and stuff. Like the covers of his books are quite insane, so people were posting that and stuff. This might be the most chaotic writer on the internet, honestly. Like, this is a rabbit hole. You just start spiraling. You find his cover and then it starts like spiraling down and down and down. He's quite the enigma of a person, if you will. Quan operates mostly through Amazon Kindle. Like, he publishes all on Amazon Kindle. It's like audiobooks, which basically lets anybody with a keyboard, no shame, upload whatever they want. Quan Milz literally turned into Bet. He allegedly started writing more serious stuff about street life and urban struggles, but then at some point, I don't know what changed. He looked at his bookshelf and thought, what if I made every title sound like a World Star comment? And the rest is basically history. From what I can tell, he doesn't do interviews, he doesn't do podcasts, he has no verified social media. He's a very strange, mysterious internet persona. It's really weird. All that really stands of Quan is basically hundreds of titles of his books dropped out of nowhere like a mixtape in like 2011 by like Gucci Mane. Now I know what you're thinking, surely the inside of these books can't possibly live up to the titles. Oh my friend, oh my god, I wish you, oh my god, I wish you were right. Oh my god, I wish you were right. I had the displeasure of reading the books, so they do, and they're somehow worse than the titles actually. So I basically did what no sane person would do, and I willingly sat down and read these, like I said. I bought one of these books actually with money, real good currencies, if you will. I opened it and read it, and I can never go back to the person I was before. I'm a changed man forever in history. I'm a changed man for this book. I choose to read for you today to show was the greatest work of fiction I've ever read. Pastor Eats Pithe. I will continue to say that title that way as long as I can, because that's fucking hilarious. Why this one, you may ask? Because I hate myself, apparently. I didn't know that, but yeah, after reading it, yeah, basically. So let's take a journey into the pages of Quan Milz's mind, basically. It's where grammar goes to die, logic is banned, and every single character sounds like they're raised inside of a YouTube comment section. Pastor Eats Pithe 2, as I've said, is the title of the book we are reading today. I say this like I'm a book reading channel. I'm not. This is the first upload, and I already hate myself because I decided to do a deep dive on this for no fucking reason. Anyways, not the point. After mentally preparing myself, whispering affirmations in the mirror, I was finally ready to crack open what might be the greatest book in recorded history. Move over Shakespeare. Move over Helen Keller. I feel like I know her for completely wrong reasons. But who's Helen Keller again? Anyways, before we dive headfirst into the literal Chernobyl that is this book, I figured it would be helpful to read some actual reviews, you know, from real people of Mr. Quan Milz's work, you know, just so we can get a taste of the rabbit hole we're literally about to jump into. Before we swan dive into it, slowly I'm going to push you into what Quan Milz's books are like. So let's read some beautiful reviews about Mr. Milz's work. We all have a past. Sometimes we can overcome it, but then it can overcome us. Nunu, which is one of the main characters, if not the main character basically, let the present and her past blind her. Now she pays the ultimate price of her life. Pastor, a man of God, could not leave his past where it should have stayed. He played with fire and ended up burning not only others, but his whole legacy down. Read it. You will laugh and you will cry. Getting goosebumps. That was so beautiful. Laughing emoji. I was on TikTok and I saw a lot of buzz about this author, so I decided to start here. I'm so glad I started here, but I hope it's a part to somewhere to this also. I don't understand that. That's not English. All what I was expecting. Especially the ending. Oh my god, that ending is crazy. Nunu definitely had the mind of a 23-year-old hood chick that only seen dollar signs and not the whole picture of anything. Shaking my head. And that ending is just, oh my god. I will get to the ending, I promise you. You will actually be probably quite shocked by the ending, but we will get to that. I decided to purchase this book after seeing it advertised on site IG page. I'm assuming they're saying it was posted on the IG page. I'm not sure, but anyways. Yes, the book is very thought-provoking. However, the main character of the book got pregnant by a pastor on her period who turned out to be her father. I am all for out-of-the-box stories, but this was a little too much for me. You see, if you went back in time and read that to a Victorian child, I actually think their mind would fucking explode right in front of you. But nonetheless, it shows you how batshit crazy Quan Milz's books are, which is the whole reason I read these reviews. But anyways, let's waste no more time. We've already wasted a ton of time. Let's get into Quan Milz's absolute peak fiction, which is Pastor Eats Pussy 2, because Pastor Eats Pussy 1 was not available. Alright, it's time. Let's dive into Pastor Eats Pussy 2. A book that somehow manages to be about religion, sex addiction, prison, and tampons? And yet it's still somehow dumber than it sounds. This isn't just a book, it's a spiritual journey, really. One that starts in the pulpit and ends in the coochie. So let's meet the cast of this emotional rollercoaster of a book. Pastor Bobby.
I held tightly to the sides of Pastor's head with my hands as he relentlessly devoured the fuck out of my gut. Like candied yams, good. And not that nasty ass shit in a can. I'm talking fresh yams with all types of marshmallow, cinnamon, brown sugar.
Our main character, a quote-unquote man of God with a nasty little habit of, well, you can kinda guess. He opens the story fresh out of prison after getting locked up for tax fraud and apparently eating way too much forbidden fruit, both financially and physically. He's trying to turn a new leaf though, trying to rebuild his life, trying to reconnect with the Lord himself. Spoiler, he does none of these things at all. I mean at all. I mean he's the farthest away man I could ever say that strayed from God. Instead, he gets released from prison and immediately gets hit on by Nunu.
Bitch, I need some Henny and a plan B. Bitch, I need some Henny and a plan B. That jam was my shit. Them hoes was crazy as fuck for making that song.
The scammer with a coochie plan. Nunu is a scammer with a heart filled of mold, basically. This is the best way I can describe it. She claims to be saved and delivered, but within 30 seconds she's trying to seduce Pastor Bob like he's the last Snicker bar at the gas station. She's out here finessing dudes for rent money, selling dreams, and still has the nerve to say, God knows my heart. Like that's gonna do anything. Nunu's plan? Trap Bobby. Use him for clout, money, and maybe a church-owned 401k. You know, the regular Proverbs 31 wife goals, really. But this brings us on to another character, Mother Mabe, the old lady from hell. Every church has one. That one old lady who knows everyone's business and spreads it faster than COVID. She sniffs out Nunu's scheme almost instantly and spends the whole book trying to stop Pastor from sticking his holy head in unholy places, if you will. Now that you've met the characters, I'll explain the plot. The plot, aka Pastor Bob's downfall. So Bobby starts preaching again, gathering a congregation, becomes a hot topic in the hood. People are loving his message, really. But also, this man cannot resist coochie. He's hooking up with Nunu in the church bathroom, dodging red flags like he's Neo in the Matrix, and at one point he literally uses a tampon to prove a woman's lying. I am not making that up, that is a thing that actually happens. Then, twist, Nunu reveals she's pregnant. But wait, so is someone else, and no one knows who the father is, including Bobby. This man is out here giving sermons, raw dogging with no fear of God or condoms, really. Eventually, Bobby's world collapses. There's infidelity, DNA tests, public scandals, Mabel going full FBI. Bobby tries to get back on track with God, but it's a little too late for that, if you ask me. But the book ends on a massive cliffhanger, with someone getting exposed right in front of the church and Bobby's fate left hanging in the balance. We don't know if he redeems himself or falls back into temptation, but I can kinda guess which one he probably swayed to. But we do know one thing.
Niggas love pussy. All men do. White, black, Arab, Indian, even Chinese, with they little dick selves. Regardless of race, men love pussy.
Now what did we learn today from this beautiful book? This book defies logic, writing rules, and even knowing commandments. But I'll be honest, I was locked in. I haven't been this invested in a mess since my cousin got caught cheating at a family baby shower. That's a whole different topic. I'll speak about that one day. So shout out to Quan Milz, because nobody, and I mean nobody, could write a story this chaotic and still leave me wanting more, which I never thought I would say whenever I first started reading this. So Quan Milz, I have to give it to you. What a work of fiction, my friend. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching and bothering to listen to me rant about Quan Milz's absolute peak fiction of work here. I had a lot of fun recording this, and if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe. You don't have to, but if you enjoyed and you've made it this far, you might as well. I don't know what my next one's going to be on, I have no idea. I'm probably going to go into therapy after reading all of that and enduring that pain for hours on end. But yeah, if you made it this far, appreciate it, like and subscribe. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. Peace.